Hello friends, welcome to an interesting video. The traditional practice of wild honey harvesting combines skill with bravery as people engage in a practice that has existed for centuries. A trip through the faraway Himalayan hills lies ahead to witness how brave honey collectors danger themselves for Apis laboriosa honeycombs, which belong to the biggest bee species on Earth. People who practice the risky process of collecting wild honey in dangerous places need expert skills together with fearlessness and extensive natural wisdom. Throughout history, the local Himalayan indigenous people have continued a traditional practice by using their skills to climb steep cliffs that reach hundreds of feet high to obtain the valuable honeycombs. Wild honey harvesting is a very laborious, time-consuming task that demands a lot of physical endurance. Honey hunting is very dangerous work. The honey hunters must endure the bad weather, treacherous terrain, and aggressive bees. But the honey hunters do it anyway, being both relentless in their love of the ancient technique and the sweetness of the honey they collect. To be successful, the honey hunters rely on their profound knowledge of the natural world. They've spent years studying the Apis laboriosa, how to talk to the bees, how to safely fire their rods into the hive without damaging the colony. Derived from generations of experience, this traditional knowledge is handed down from father to son and mother to daughter, with young hunters learning the skills and techniques from their elders. The remaining practitioners of this historic honey harvesting tradition are the Gurung and Kulung tribes of Nepal and northeastern India. The knowledge and experience of honey hunting are passed down through generations from fathers to sons who remain connected to their history, the earth, and their bees. Before every hunting season starts, during two distinct times of year in spring and autumn, the climbers conduct religious ceremonies. Before honey hunting events, the local communities organize spiritual rituals in which they make sacrifices to forest spirits and bees as a way to safeguard their process and obtain thriving outcomes. The hunters understand that nature respect represents both tradition and survival requirements, which enables them to peacefully coexist with intimidating natural powers. Making the journey to the cliffs represents a religious experience for those who venture there. Hunters must endure an intense adventure by walking extended periods for lengthy spans of time through thick forests, along treacherous paths and deep gullies. The hunters bring bamboo ladders alongside wild grass ropes, along with baskets and smoking bundles of burning branches that they construct by hand. It's at the cliffs that the hunters will encounter their most perilous situation. One of the hunters clambers down the steep cliff face using a hang ladder that is anchored at the top, a precariously dangerous pitch, and he is an instinctive horizontal dangle hundreds of feet in the air for ground level resting between falling from the light. One wrong move, one slip, and he's a goner, plummeting to the ground below. But along comes the wind that rushes everyone into the valley, bending the ladder like a reed and testing the hunter's nerves. He narrows his focus to the task at hand, his senses heightened as he descends. He works with precision to reach the honeycomb and avoid disturbing the bees. The Apis laboriosa industriously buzzing in the air, the hunter must move fast and deftly enough to extract the honeycomb. On the cliff face crawls a malevolent line, a colony of bees guarding the precious treasure of honey that is its prize for the hunter. Most of the honeycomb he leaves untouched to prevent starvation of the colony and make way for regeneration. Finding this delicate balance is important to the long-term survival of the bees and the sustainability of the honey harvest. The hunter starts the climb back up, careful not to drop the honeycomb down the treacherous ladder and cliff face. The return journey is equally treacherous as the descent, needing concentration, skill, and a steady nerve. The hunter needs to avoid both rocks and bees during his descent to the hives. The bees remain calm by the released smoke until the honeycomb gets disturbed, which prompts the bees to swarm. The Apis laboriosa honeybee sting produces extreme pain as well as swelling and potential allergic symptoms for each attacker. The risk grows dangerously serious whenever numerous strikes multiply into 100. A bamboo rod with either a hook blade or blade end enables the hunter to retrieve the honeycomb from rocky cliffs. Using his delicate movements, the expert places the golden slabs inside the rope-connected basket. Safe completion of honey collection operations depends on perfect communication and coordination between personnel on both the ladder and above it. A wrongful move when handling the rope system has the potential to cause fatal drops. Honey hunters need extreme precision alongside patience to conduct their dangerous practice, despite deadly dangers they face. The hunting period extends for many hours as hunters use ancestral knowledge to determine appropriate times for both cutting the honeycombs and retreating and attacking the insect swarms. What factors make this particular honey of such high worth? The Himalayan wild honey, particularly the reddish mad honey produced in the spring season, stands apart from all other types. The psychoactive properties of the substance come from grayonotoxins, which exist in rhododendron flowers. People use this substance as medicine in small portions for treating high blood pressure conditions together with digestive system problems and promoting UL desires. The grayonotoxins present in the honey have been shown to have medicinal properties, and it is used in traditional medicine to treat a variety of ailments. But it should be made known that mad honey can be toxic in large amounts. Grayonotoxins can lead to symptoms like dizziness, nausea, and in serious cases, respiratory issues. As a result, it is important that you eat this honey in limited quantities and with the help of a doctor. Himalayan wild honey, and although the process may be dangerous, it is highly sought after for its unique properties and health benefits. The honey hunters expertly and courageously extract this honey so they can hold it in high esteem in their traditional medicine. The consumption of mad honey generates dangerous effects because of its high potential strength. Native shamans, along with healers, distribute mad honey under strict traditions of local cultural practice and ancient beliefs. The unadulterated nature of Himalayan honey brings value on top of its healing traits. Wild bees thrive in pristine environments when they visit the high-flowering plants to gather nectar. Due to the unique characteristics of its production environment, Himalayan honey obtains an exceptionally complex taste with floral and smoky and earthy elements, which commercial production methods cannot duplicate. The hunters receive portions of the harvested honeycomb after the collection process. The majority of harvested Himalayan honey gets distributed through national sales networks, while some stock gets exported for high-end buyers because it is rare and widely believed to have medicinal properties. The hunting activity lets families in remote parts of these villages generate seasonal income, which they use to survive year-round. Yet the tradition is at risk. Ken tiger bees now encounter declining numbers because of climate change combined with deforestation, together with excessive harvesting of their habitats. Apis laboriosa needs neatly arranged environmental factors, including temperature range and altitude, and specific plant species to reproduce correctly while nesting on southern rock outcrops. The life cycle of these bees easily becomes disturbed by any slight environmental change. Commercial interest has brought untrained professional honey gatherers into this industry who fail to maintain eco-friendly harvesting methods. The actions of these unscrupulous hunters result in the death of bees, along with the destruction of entire hives, while they remove resources which the ecosystem cannot replenish. Multiple conservation groups, together with NGOs, have initiated projects to protect honeybees, in addition to sustaining traditional honey collection practices. The conservation efforts focus on sustainable hunting education, alongside promoting ecotourism, while dedicating specific protected areas to implement regulated harvesting limitations. Modern science and indigenous knowledge must work together as a promising solution. Studying the Apis laboriosa helps scientists produce sustainable harvesting rules that preserve both cultural traditions of honey hunters and protect Apis laboriosa. The development of ecotourism has established fresh market possibilities. People around the world travel to Nepal together with the Indian Himalayas to experience the practice of honey hunting. Local cultural exchanges, together with guided treks and documentary productions, create financial opportunities and cultural awareness in remote regions, which minimizes the pressure to sustain damaging production methods. The traditional honey hunters adapt their customs to modern life. The younger generation of hunters receives instruction about physical honey harvesting skills alongside training in conservation methods and business management, along with storytelling techniques. Through documentary efforts, the local people maintain their cultural heritage while allowing others worldwide to learn about their lifestyle. In addition to practical skills, the young hunters also learn storytelling techniques, allowing them to share their experiences and cultural heritage with a wider audience. Through documentary efforts, the local people maintain their cultural heritage while allowing others worldwide to learn about their unique lifestyle. Sharing their story, honey hunters are able to spread awareness of the need to protect both traditional methods and the natural environment. The films explore the stunning scenery, the human-bee interaction, and the traditions of honey collectors. Through this exchange, bridging cultures helps inspire a future generation of conservationists and beekeepers alike. As we become ever more connected with the world, the tale of the honey hunters is a potent reminder of the need to preserve our natural and cultural heritage. Through passion and dedication, the honey hunters balance modern life and traditional values to both sustain their communities and retain an extraordinary lifestyle. The tale of their journey is also a testament to the resilience and adaptability of indigenous people and the importance of protecting our shared cultural legacy. Our group interviewed the 40-year experienced honey hunter, Pasang Gurung, about his traditional practice. His words started off by explaining how he learned about bee and mountain respect from his father back during his childhood years. Every time I climb, I pray, I speak to the forest. Honey harvesting represents our existence over and beyond our occupational activity. Through his words, the hunter demonstrates a spiritual link with the hive, which develops from personal humility and courageous respect for all life. We who form the international community hold responsibility for this situation too. Our collective support for ethical honey sourcing, along with learning about indigenous ways, coupled with environmental advocacy work, will help maintain this remarkable lifestyle. The tale about wild honey collection describes much more than thrilling expeditions. Through this experience, people learn the strength of human endurance, along with their relationship to both community and the natural world web. The hunter's bravery is matched only by their reverence for the natural world and the creatures that inhabit it. How to stay well in the bee world. A lesson from the French beekeepers on Wilson's argument in how we should respond to their dying bodies and how their dying bodies are a product of who we are. The relationship between the honey hunters and the bees is one of symbiosis, with both parties benefiting from their interaction. Chasing after their prey, the story of the brave action is one of human creativity and natural agility, where hunters travel through challenging landscapes, face the hazards of the wilderness. Traditional honey collection is a practice passed down from generation to generation and is rich in cultural heritage. It's a story of tenacity and endurance. The hunters depend on the honey for his income and livelihood. The honey hunters tell their stories, sharing experiences, traditions, and values to make sense of a world in which people mingle with nature in a fragile harmony. These honey hunters demonstrate equal amounts of courageous behavior and respectful practices toward bees. Each drop of golden nectar reveals 3 essential tales about daring action and traditional honey collection, along with the need to survive. The tale concludes with the method of collecting wild honey from lethal mountain heights, a story of bravery, skill, and deep-rooted tradition. This exploration into wild honey production has introduced you to a natural bond that ties humans to their environment. Subscribe to our channel and give us a like for more content about human innovation and nature, along with sharing this video to someone who appreciates traditional ways of life. Hit the notification bell by being continuously curious and adventurous. See you in the next video.